Welcome to another episode on the AI Guide, where we're making AI human by focusing on the human impact from the beginning 3 years ago of AI, before anyone was talking about it. So check this out. New AI software will eat the software industry. Tech companies are turning to AI to save money on computer programmers. This is out of the Wall Street Journal. Want to know if AI is going to eliminate millions of jobs? The first place to look is the industry that birthed the new technology, AI. The article says the end result of widespread automation has been the elimination of countless jobs in history, and their replacement with ones that require relatively little knowledge and skill, or a lot of knowledge and skills. So basically the thesis of this article is it's going to eliminate the middle layer of jobs. Economists call this skills-based technological change. AI will now automate so-called knowledge work, where more than half of people in the United States, and the same is true in other developed countries, now work in these middle skilled jobs. And I will give you a specific example of this later in the video. So historically, companies have tended to fire their newest employees. The few tech job openings that remain now are being snapped up by the still in demand, highly experienced software engineers. You know, there's been a lot of layoffs in tech recently. On the one hand, these companies will have to continue hiring developers with AI building skills, so that will stay in demand. There's a company called Hired, which is a tech jobs marketplace, and another one called Brain Trust. So this article talks about trends being seen by these sites that focus on hiring in the tech sector. Sorry, the smoke is bad again and affecting my voice. So Brain Trust is owned by its members and represents 360,000 freelance developers. CEO Adam Jackson aims to double Brain Trust revenue in the next 2 years without adding a single employee. So again, watch the last video. Phase 1 of AI, tremendous productivity improvement while stopping hiring. Phase 2, outright mass job elimination. The company is building its own internal AI trained on all of its job postings and developer resumes, creating a match system between the two. Other industry and company-specific AIs are likely to be built and used in a variety of workplaces. AI is a way of increasing productivity without adding to your company's headcount, says the head of Brain Trust. Many experienced developers I spoke with expressed skepticism about the ability of AI coding tools to take over complex tasks. However, they could eliminate the need for certain tasks that are usually handed off to inexperienced and early stage programmers, unless, of course, you've studied AI programming. Indeed, the job and wage polarizing effects of automation on industries have often interrupted the ladder of hiring and development, meaning it hollows out the middle and leaves low-wage people and high-wage people, which they're saying explains the disappearance of the middle class. With automation now coming for knowledge work jobs in the form of AI, a similar rethinking of employment and education for early career white-collar workers is now necessary. AI code completion tools like githubcopilot and chatgpt are used primarily by experienced programmers for productivity, but by new programmers for education. And then he gives an example about how technological change has happened in the past. And I'll have a comment on that and then my example. He talks about the introduction by AT&T of the first automatic telephone exchange. He then goes on to say it took 50 years to get rid of all the telephone operators. One reason we tend to overestimate the pace of technological change in the short term is we fail to appreciate just how many forces stand in the way of specific technology becoming widespread. Examples include a proposal for a new federal agency to oversee the rollout of new AI technology platforms. However, he sums up, the impact of automation on jobs and those who hold them can be swift. So first, the AT&T example. That's not a good example because technological change moved very, very slowly from 1892, when the first telephone switch was invented, to 1950, when the last telephone exchange operator, meaning connecting calls, not directory assistance, but connecting calls, disappeared. Everything has changed since then. And AI is an exponential technology, which means it's not comparable to previous technologies. That's number one. Number two, my example. So in addition to being in charge of IT groups for 20 years now, I have also had heavy involvement with accounting due to system integration, integrating systems from the factory floor to the accounting systems, or various different accounting systems to the general ledger, which is the main repository of financial information. So one thing I can tell you about accounting for sure is that the first wave will eliminate the lowest tier in accounting. That's accounts payable entry, meaning bills that a company owes its vendors, and accounts receivable, meaning creating invoices and getting payment from customers. That's going to be eliminated first. But right behind that will be what is called staff accountant work, which is reconciliation of general ledger accounts. An AI can already do that better than a human. It just hasn't been fully rolled out yet. The last thing that will be automated in accounting will be problems caused by data errors, because that will still exist for a while now. That is high-level reconciliation work, referred to by some as forensic accounting. That kind of accounting work will persist for the next decade. But eventually, in the long term, even that will be eliminated. The first to be eliminated is the super redundant, super routine jobs. Then the low-level analysis jobs. And then last, the technically challenging jobs. Now, this article was about tech jobs, so it doesn't address what I keep telling you. The last jobs to be automated will be those requiring the human touch. People, for certain things, will require the human touch for a long time. Nursing, social work, psychology, things like that. Those will persist. Anything requiring the human touch. So prepare yourself. Click that link below. Get your free resource. Resource free, everything in the resource free. Learn as much about AI as you can. If you get that resource, it will give you the opportunity to participate in my beta course, the AI Safe Career Pivot, that will help you change to a relatively AI safe career. And then finally, please subscribe. We're pushing 1,000 subscribers, which is a major inflection point for YouTube channels. And also, please like and share. That helps a lot too. So thanks so much. Take care. See you next time. Bye.